Follow them. You know why I don't follow them? I'm gonna tell y'all why I don't follow them. They had said something about me and I responded to them, and then you know what they told me? I hope your daughter gonna grow to be a like you.
Lord Giselle, Stefon Diggs recently exploded the internet with a leaked tape that purports to show Stefon in the middle of a gay threesome, putting him at the center of a firestorm that no one anticipated coming. The biggest surprise is that Cardi B appears to be directly involved in the chaos. Giselle, who is already parents to a kid with Stefon, dropped this bombshell soon after Cardi made her big reveal that she is expecting Stefon's child, so it is not just any old leak either. The entire internet is now doubting everything. Was Cardi truly in love? Or is this just another desperate attempt to maintain a relationship and get attention for her album? Fans are certain that this is Cardi's most desperate move to date because of the timing, the pregnancy, the tape, and the claims that Stefon is on the DL, all of which are simply too complicated to be a coincidence. Giselle, however, will not allow her to get away with it. Regarding Cardi and Stefon's relationship, she has a lot to say. Let us dissect her small assertion. After confirming her pregnancy a few days ago, Cardi got it up and stuck and is undoubtedly back outside that it is easy to understand why people expected Offset to bring her more trouble, as he has been acting erratic since she broke up with him. Offset was supposed to be the one causing her much trouble. And he tweeted, "So he did not let us down. Divorce ain't even finalized yet and you're popping out another man's kids. You are in timeout." He did remove the tweet, and ever since, he has behaved well, which is, to put it mildly, pleasant. How long does it last? Forever. However, Giselle, Stefon's former lord, is the source of the true drama. She appears irritated by him having a child with Cardi and is intent on being as untidy as she can. Many people anticipated her to come out with some spicy tea about how she was still playing with Stefon on the side or something, considering his past as a playboy. When she said that Stefon apparently swings both ways and looks to do the nasty with guys as well, you can only imagine how shocked we were. She continued, however, by asserting that he continued to have affairs while he was with Cardi. Rather, he allegedly brought Cardi into the bedroom for threesomes with his lovers. Cardi has been under fire lately for giving birth to Stefon so soon, but many people are also supporting her. Consider it, she stayed with Offset for years while he took advantage of her, and when she eventually left, everyone was curious to see what she would do next. She is now rewriting that script rather than lingering on the past. She began a new beginning in her life with Stefon, who is not only wealthier than Offset, but also publicly declares Cardi to be his woman. She never really had that type of recognition from Offset, which is one of the reasons why many fans consider this to be a significant victory for her. Giselle and Stefon's current predicament was entirely different and undoubtedly difficult. She never really received the same kind of public recognition from him as Cardi did. In fact, there were accusations that he attempted to completely deny the baby in addition to refusing to claim her as his girl. Furthermore, the criticism she encountered was harsh. She received criticism from the Barty gang and Stefon's support group, who all turned on her. The humiliation never stopped, you guys. On social media, people were disparaging her and calling her a 3-0 adversary. Some even went too far by making fun of her child. Giselle seems to imply that Cardi and her fan base were involved in inciting a particularly nasty statement in one video. The connotation was clear even if she did not say it directly.
Follow them. You know why I don't follow them? I'm gonna tell y'all why I don't follow them. They had said something about me and I responded to them, and then you know what they told me? I hope your daughter gonna grow to be a like you.
Furthermore, Giselle's lack of affection for Cardi and Stefon's relationship is now rather obvious. She has been throwing subs at Cardi, as people have been saying for a while, and it appears that she is not even trying to disguise it anymore. She is completely clowning her instead of being subdued. Giselle appeared on a live stream shortly after Cardi revealed her pregnancy and began making controversial remarks. She talked about how Stefon cheated on her, thus she never married him. Such behavior was simply too much for her to handle. Furthermore, it was clear from the timing alone what she was discussing. She was certain that others would make the connection.
Married and still get cheated on. Y'all think, oh, marriage is the privilege. People are married right now and are getting cheated on right now. People get married and have double lives. What are y'all talking about? Y'all think marriage is so, oh my God. What? I'd rather be single than to be married and someone that's cheating on me. Like, y'all have this perspective of life. It's so effed up. People are married right now and are very unhappy. Like, I'd rather be single and explore life than to be married and be miserable and someone is cheating on me. Y'all think, but you're married and get alimony. What the do you think I give a fuck about alimony? I want a faithful husband. Don't nobody get married for alimony. I want to be married with someone that truly loves me.
I am not sure whether you all noticed, but Giselle's animosity toward Cardi was multi-layered. First of all, it was obvious that she was bringing up the Offset scandal, as well as the 7 years of marriage and constant infidelity that were publicly displayed. The irony is that Stefon does not appear to have changed much, despite Offset embarrassing Cardi in public on multiple occasions. He may even be worse, according to some people. Stefon, played by Mike Offset, has established a reputation as a serious player in the game, and not just him. The reports regarding Stefon only exacerbate the perception of the two of them juggling several women and children coming out at the same time, as his brother Trayvon is also notorious for doing the same thing. According to rumors, he is expecting 3 children with 2 different women, one of whom may even be expecting twins. And if that is the case, then Giselle would mean that Cardi would become his 4th baby mom in a single year. You know, for someone with Cardi's standing, that is outrageous and, to be honest, somewhat degrading. However, it is safe to assume that Cardi is accustomed to her partner having other ladies on the side, especially in light of her destructive relationship with Offset. What, then, did Giselle mean when she claimed that Stefon was reportedly planning something more sinister? Apparently, she believes that Cardi should be concerned about both guys and Instagram thugs. Stefon allegedly swings both ways because he purportedly likes males as well, according to her. If you have been watching TV, you are well aware that Stefon's alleged homosexuality is not a recent occurrence. At one point, Offset even made fun of him by ordering Cardi's supporters to stop bothering that gay. Even if Offset and Giselle are sour ex-partners, these accusations are not made out of thin air. The frequent whispers that Stefon might be interested in the males are the reason they are out here. He received a lot of attention after a man called Chris Blake Griffith accused him in public earlier this year of poisoning his drink and attempting to assault him. Chris Blake, a well-known stylist in the world of celebrities, did not mince words while discussing the matter. For some history, around a year ago, TMZ published a startling video of Drake's stylist being jumped by 3 men in an elevator as he was ready to leave. And when it was revealed that one of the attackers was Stefon's brother, DS Diggs, the narrative only became more intricate, leaving many viewers in disbelief. People began to wonder what might actually be happening in Stefon's personal life behind the scenes after learning about the relationship between DS and Stefon. Because initially, not many people gave the elevator video any thought when it first started to circulate online. According to the rumor that was going about at the time, Chris Blake had been robbed and his pocketbook, which included jewels and other valuables, had been seized. That version, however, turned out to be merely a front for something much more sinister. In reality, what we were first taught was really a diversion from the actual story. Things allegedly took an odd and unnerving turn when Chris Blake and Stefon Diggs were attending an event a few days before the elevator incident. Stefon allegedly tried to make an uncomfortable approach after sneaking something into Blake's drink. Thankfully, Blake was able to leave before Stefon could execute his plan, but the incident caused many people to doubt the narrative that had first been popular on the internet. Although Blake was able to get away, the incident left him severely scared and shaken. It is likely that he was unaware at the time that this was only the beginning of a much more serious nightmare, because he had a very different reaction than he had anticipated when he attempted to tell some of his closest friends and family about what had transpired with Stefon. He encountered suspicion and allegations rather than support, with some arguing that he was merely attempting to create controversy or gain influence. Gervonta Davis was reportedly one of the individuals he contacted. Gervonta, however, was unwilling to become engaged and eventually fired Blake as his manager, letting him leave. Then, feeling more and more alone, Blake turned to Drake, who shared Stefon's circle, in the hopes of receiving some assistance or direction. Regretfully, the assistance also never materialized. The brutal truth of what transpired was exposed by leaked direct messages between Blake and Drake. According to reports, Blake sent Drake a tape with all the evidence on it in the hopes that Drake would help him spread the word or release it publicly. Rather than provide any assistance, Drake firmly silenced him. It was pretty obvious that the side he had previously selected was not Blake's. Drake penned, "You asking me to post a tape about you ratting on people? Gee, I just really don't come from a family or a friend group or a city where that's acceptable. I live by a code and that's become law that we all just gotta deal with our own ish off of here. Not telling you to be no super gangster or tell you what to do, but it made me feel super weird. You would think I would be into supporting that type of stuff." Then Blake eventually told his side of the story, but the drama eventually died down. But that wasn't the last we heard of Stefon being on the DL, because there have been multiple blind items about it. Like this one that said, the former A-list female rapper has a lot in common with her new boyfriend. Both of them have been accused of ing men they were attracted to. Another blind item said stuff like, the A-list NFL player knows that everyone talks about him being with men, which is why he makes sure now to be photographed with lots of women throwing themselves at him. And so the NFL player that hooked up with the married former A-list rapper while she was pregnant is now being accused of ing men. It appears that Giselle may have a point about Stefon being on the DL, even though she may just be being petty. That it is not even the messiest portion. somehow. She claims that Cardi B has been having threesomes with Stefon and other men since she is so intent on keeping him. Additionally, Giselle claims to have a tape that demonstrates just that, but she has declined to make it public. She does not want to give Cardi any publicity that could boost her record sales, at least not right now. You all discuss small matters. However, she claims that although Cardi loves to project an image of being fearless and unconcerned with what other people think of her, she actually does care. She continued by saying that she is desperate to show everyone that she can keep a man, and that Offset wounded her so much that she is willing to do everything it takes to keep Stefon with her. I suppose it is kind of working out for Cardi because her name being associated with Stefon is also beneficial for business and record sales. The Stefon, Diggs, Cardi B, and Lord Giselle storyline has suddenly become one of the most juicy controversies of the year. Fans are in shock with our tapes, secret lives, pregnancy announcement, and desperate actions. Furthermore, no one is certain of what is true, who is manipulating whom, or how far this chaos will go. However, there are two things that are certain: the drama is still ongoing. Stefon's secret is out, Cardi is attempting to remain relevant, and Giselle has demonstrated that she is not holding back. Who is actually winning here is the straightforward question at hand. Cardi, are you expecting twins? And who will be the next to be burned? Whatever comes next is likely to be explosive, so pay attention.